Welcome to Wealth Builders Bootcamp Module 4. This is financial education and we talk about money. This is a very serious topic. It needs to be boring, it needs to be dry, it needs to be dusty. So let's start with our training today. No way, I keep recording that video that way. That's not me, that's not Wealth Builders. I know financial education sometimes looks exactly like that. Some guy in a suit and a tie in a very slow and very boring and very dusty tone and talking about stuff no one understands. But that's not really financial education. This is just like someone establishing themselves and thinking they're something special, just to talk nonsense no one else understands. And that's actually a big problem out there. And that's also why financial education has such a bad rap. And we don't need to be in that kind of bucket over there, making it that boring, making it that dusty. We're going to be here making it fun, making it excited. Because did you know that actually most people who are really successful with money, all those people with like millions and billions on their account, they all treat money as a game. And they all treat investing as a game. They all treat business as a game. Because if you gamify things, there's so much fun when you're actually doing it, because no one wants to do like something boring and learn something boring. And I don't understand how people actually can do like a job for years over years over years, and it's just like boring. Yes, I know you get the money, but apparently this is so bad for us and our inner self, and we don't want that. We don't want that here in this community. So we're going to look at the fun side of personal finance, the fun side of investing, and also the fun side when we start using our mindset in the right way. So let's have a look at gamify your financial journey, transform your wealth journey into a game you can win. And the fun we're going to have today, let's have a look. The power of gamification and why this is super important and why I dedicate a whole module just for that topic. The next thing is community perks and rewards. So what we're actually doing here at Wealth Builders Clubhouse, Wealth Builders University, and how you can actually participate, have some fun, get some rewards and cool perks. Next thing is leveling up with XP. Gonna use a bit of gaming language today. I hope that's fine by you. Actionable challenges, because challenges are not just fun, but also help us to accelerate and become a better person ourselves. And gamify your own journey. So I'm going to break it down how you can actually use the principles we are teaching today to gamify your financial journey towards financial freedom, and how a dry and dusty budget, which is like annoying groundwork, can be fun and super exciting when you start doing it. So let's dive into this. I'm really excited for today because that was actually one of the key moments that changed everything for me. So let's have a look at the power of gamification and the science behind it, why it actually works. And it's super cool if we actually use gamification for our chores, for our boring tasks. And the reason why it works is dopamine. The dopamine hit that is kicking in because gamification works with reward systems. And let's say you have a really boring day at work and you come home, you're super exhausted, you just want to kick back, watch some Netflix, and your best friend calls you and says, "Hey, Manu, are you keen to go to the game? And afterwards we have some pizza and some drinks." And it's like, yeah, okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna go have a shower, I'm gonna change. And while I'm in the process, more and more dopamine is being released in my bloodstream, more and more endorphins are being released. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so excited, I can't wait to go out anymore. And it's super, super excited for me to go there, to catch up with my friend, to have fun at the game, to have some good food. And yeah, half an hour ago, I was super tired. I wanted to be left alone and just kick back and watch Netflix. And suddenly, I'm a totally different person. And this is because dopamine is so powerful. And when we do a gamification reward system, when we implement that in our boring tasks and stuff we know they are boring inherently, but we can actually spice them up with some gamification perks, then it suddenly becomes enjoyable and fun. And that's the reason why we actually push through and are able to achieve great things. Micro wins create momentum. It's super important to celebrate small wins. I know that very often we think, oh, we reach for the goal, and once we reach that goal, we're gonna celebrate. But that's too late, my friend. You need to celebrate every single step, because every single step you're on that journey, you're still going forward. You still have something to celebrate. And because every clap and tap on the shoulder is giving me extra boost of motivation. This is so powerful. And this is something we can actually use when we gamify things, because we can celebrate every milestone along the way. And if we do this, this is so powerful that it keeps us going and going and going. And this one paired with dopamine, because dopamine is like the reward system. So our hormones are giving us a reward system, and we pair with giving us a reward in like micro win celebration. You're sealing the deal. You're making yourself unbreakable, unbeatable towards your goal. This is so, so cool. Social accountability is another big thing. And we all know that. So if we like, let's say we play some basketball together, and we're friends, and we're in opposite teams. I want to be better than you, and you want to be better than me, and that's totally fine. That's a natural, healthy competition, and it inspires us to be better. It inspires us to give our best, and it also fosters a connection between us. It's a competition in the moment, yes, but we're still friends, and we want to compete on a friendly basis with each other. And this is actually something that's real fun when we gamify financial stuff, our financial journey here in our community. We can totally take usage of that one. Turning boring tasks into exciting games. When you gamify, even saving and budgeting becomes enjoyable challenges. That is why we offer a gamified fun part and support you with resources whenever we can. And this is something I'm taking very seriously in this community, that I really try to make each session fun and enjoyable, try to figure out what kind of gamification part I can implement. And also the community itself is a big, let's say, playground where you can just take advantage of all the perks and rewards we have. And that's something we're gonna talk about now, perks and rewards in our Wealth Builders communities. So we're talking about Wealth Builders Clubhouse and Wealth Builders University. One thing is the monthly leaderboard winner. So the more you engage in our community and high value content you provide in the community board as well, comment to other people, like what other people are doing. This is like engaging, which gives you some XP, some extra point, which you actually, the more you have, the higher you rank in the leaderboard, and the first place every month will receive a wonderful prize shipped to them. So this is something we take seriously, and we're gonna do from this month on. The next thing is the testimonial draw. And at the end of every presentation in our trainings, I ask you for a quick testimonial if you're keen to do one, if this training was helping you in any way. This obviously gives me some feedback and lets me know, okay, I'm doing something right. This is pretty much my pat on the shoulder. This is my little celebration I can do because I achieved a milestone. I made another person happy in a way, and also I get some honest feedback from you guys, which is very important in our relationship. But also it helps others out there who are on the edge. They're not yet decided whether they want or not join our community, and because everything that's new is a bit scary, and or I still think money has to be serious. Money has to be something I don't talk about. Money has to be something that is just kept in my own space. And if you share a testimony about how one of those trainings or maybe the community itself has helped you in something, that person might think, well, if they are progressing that way in that community, I might progress that way in the community. So it makes them easier for them to join us. And the third part, when it comes to testimonials, and that is like the perk and reward system, you can win something. So my team and I, we go through all the testimonials, and we pick some winners from time to time, not on a regular basis every month. Maybe we do it in the future, but you're gonna be rewarded if your testimony is actually striking something and is motivating other people to join us. Then the wins recognition, another big thing. So in our community board, I highly encourage you to post your wins, micro wins, everything that actually helped you. So if you were able to save $1,000, for example, I want you to post that in our community because we want to celebrate your wins with you, but also my team and I were going through the win section as well, same as the testimonial section, and just have a look what is standing out, and maybe, maybe you got a chance and win something amazing over there as well. XP for engagement, I already mentioned that one. So if you're consistently participating in our community, it's not just helping yourself. And remember when I say garbage in, garbage out, value in, value out, the more value you put into the community, the more value you get out, the more feedback you get out as well, the better the connections are you building in our community with people who are like-minded on the same journey as you are. But also you get those experience points. You get those points, you rank up the leaderboard, and you get into different levels. And every level in our community is unlocking something new for you, new perks, new trainings, cool stuff. And if you get to level 9, you're gonna get free access to Wealth Builders University, for example. And this is our premium paid program. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Just post something amazing, comment on other people's posts. This is the easiest way to participate in our community, and also makes the whole journey more fun for you. How to level up with experience points, so XPs, by posting and engaging in our community. Already covered that one. You unlock exclusive perks, secret tools, resources, advanced training strategies and stuff. Already mentioned that one. You can check out the classroom in our community where you see this section is currently locked. You need level 3, level 4 to unlock it, or the last bullet was, I think, you need to reach level 9 to unlock free access to Wealth Builders University for the first 10 people who achieve that. Win special prizes. The higher you climb on the leaderboard, the higher and the better the prizes are, the better trainings are actually those who you can actually unlock along the way. So it's motivating you. It should motivate you to keep going, to keep pushing. And even on days when it feels boring, it feels hard, this is something to look forward to and say, well, I want to achieve level 5 because I want to get access to that amazing training. And that's something really, really making it fun for all of us. Actionable challenges. That's something I'm integrating in the next couple of weeks. At the moment, I'm fully focused on recording those trainings for you. But once I freed up some time, we're going to have some fun with challenges. And I love challenges. And I'm going to try to divide my year into 12 challenges. So every month has a different challenge. And I believe this is so powerful because I have like a 30-day sprint towards a goal, a micro goal. And I'm fully focused on one thing and one thing alone. And it really helps me to cross off every single day towards my goal. And at the end of those 30 days, I feel amazing. And if you ever have done a program like, let's say, 75 Hard, where you're pushing hard for 75 days, it's really rewarding the progress itself. So it's not about just achieving the goal, but once you are there and you look back, you find that was hard, that was tough, but it also transformed me and helped me grow. And the process itself was super rewarding. And that's why I want to implement different challenges into our community. Obviously, I'm going to do some polls about this, which you guys prefer. So we have 30-day budgeting challenges, saving sprints, investor challenges, where you do some research and then we compare who got the best investment out of it. Then we got portfolio sprints, wealth goals challenges, dream life vision challenges, emergency fund challenges, and so much more we can do in this community. And why challenges matters, it keeps you accountable, as I already said. It adds sense to urgency to your goals because you just have a specific amount of time to reach it. Because if you say, well, I'm going to reach that goal, let's say in 3 years, it's fun and it's fine to have like a goal that's in 3 years, but you need to have a goal that is like in front of you. It's in plain sight. And if you like 3 years ago, well, I can start like in 2.5 years and still have half a year left. And there's this psychological principle that we achieve a task accordingly to the time we left for that task. And if you ever did some studies, you've been at university, at college, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because if the teacher says, oh, well, you have like 3 weeks for this assessment, when do you start your assessment? Literally like 2 or 3 days before, because you know, now is the last point, the point of no return. I have to start right now, otherwise I can't actually finish it. I don't know of anyone who's starting on the first day. Maybe starting on the first day and then put it at rest for the next 2 weeks before, or okay, urgency knocks, I have to keep going. And this is something that actually we can use artificial deadlines for our advantage. So if I have like a deadline which is like in 6 months, and I know it's in 6 months, and I know myself, and that humans are in a default mode naturally a little bit lazy, which is okay, we all are. But if I know that, if I'm aware of that, I can hack my biology and say, well, I'm going to give myself an artificial deadline. That thing needs to be done in 4 weeks. And because I need to be done in 4 weeks, I'm going to be done in 4 weeks. If I make this my reality, then I'm done in 4 weeks instead of 6 months. And that's how I actually save time. And that's actually how when I compete with others, I have an edge, because I cut my deadline earlier than anyone else out there. And this is also very powerful in itself. So that's why actionable challenges are really working in your favor. Now we're going to look at gamifying your own journey. This is another cool thing you can implement straight away today. And just think about one thing you want to do. We're starting with clear goals. So define specific milestones for your financial journey. Let's say you want to save $5,000 in 6 months, or you want to invest $100 every month, or pay off a credit card. And you break your goals into smaller measurable steps. So if you say, well, I want to save $5,000 in 6 months, it's a big goal for some of you. And if you say, well, I want to actually save this money in 6 months, I want to actually break it down in milestones. The second point pretty much would be one of the milestones, saying, instead of like saying, well, in 6 months, I want to have $5,000, let's say I put it like every week I put $50 or $100 aside. So eventually I reach my $5,000 by the end of the 6 months. Next thing is set rewards and consequences. And this is very powerful, because we need to be rewarded when we're doing the good job, but also if we're naughty, we need to be punished. We need to punish ourselves that way. So that's why rewards and consequences are a powerful thing. Rewarding yourself for hitting the milestone. Let's say you aim for saving like $5,000 in 6 months. You achieve it. You achieve actually $5,000 in 6 months. Now, the reward shouldn't be spending those $5,000 on something silly, because then it's all in vain. But you can treat yourself for a wonderful experience. Let's say you go on a nice weekend, or you have like an amazing dinner with friends. Just celebrating that milestone really motivates you for the next challenge ahead, for the next goal you are wanted to achieve. And also the consequences, super important to stay accountable to yourself. I mean, we can BS all people out there, but you can't lie to yourself, because you are watching yourself 24/7. And this is one of the most powerful things I learned in the past, because I watch myself 24/7. I need to build trust with myself, and I need to keep that trust. And if I mess up and I don't give myself the consequences for messing up, I know there are no consequences, so I keep on going, messing up. And I don't want to build that habit of messing up along the way. So that's why having consequences for myself are super powerful as well. So if I say, well, if I don't achieve those $5,000 in 6 months, and I have planned maybe in 9 or 10 months to go on a short trip and have some fun with some friends, that trip is going to be canceled, and I'm not going, because I need to feel the consequences. Then the third point is create daily or weekly challenges out of that major goal. So if your major goal, as I said, is like those $5,000 in 6 months, you can, here are some examples: track every expense for 7 days, and literally every day you cross it off once you've done it, and you put everything like in a little notebook, so you know exactly where your money is going. You cut $50 from your monthly budget. So you find a thing how you can actually save some money by maybe unused subscriptions, or you invest in stock or cryptocurrencies you just did some research on. You're gonna turn these challenges into habits for consistent progress. Yeah, as I said, going back to that 5 grand example, let's stick to one example. I think the first point, tracking your expenses, is very powerful, because then you know where your money is going and you see and identify what kind of money is left, because you suddenly are aware of where your money is going. You think, well, this week I was spending $100 on groceries, but I see there's so much like chips and chocolate amongst it, so I'm gonna cut that out because it's not healthy for me anyway. And it made actually like $30. So the next week when you go shopping, you leave the chocolate and the chips in the store, and you end up with $30 you can save. So you can actually increase your saving goals. You might even reach your 5 grand earlier than 6 months if you do a strict budget on yourself. And that's be done with daily and weekly challenges. Then the next point is tracking progress visually, using tools like habit trackers, saving jars, or apps to monitor your journey. That's very powerful as well. I already mentioned crossing off one day after time, like streak counters is a very powerful thing, because once you hit like 7 or 8 days in a row, you don't want to mess up the winning streak. You want to keep on going until your challenge is done for yourself. So this is super powerful as well. And then engage with others for accountability. And this is why our community is so great, because you can use us as your accountability buddies. If you come to our live course, you can share where you're currently at, and if we're still a small cycle, maybe the week after, and you show up, I ask you how you're doing with that. Or you find yourself accountability buddies in our community. Just post, hey, I'm looking for an accountability buddy who is keen to join me on that journey. My goal is XYZ. If you have a similar goal, let's do it together. And you do the journey together, and that really, really helps you to keep going when you're demotivated, when you think, I want to give up. Because let me tell you, if you are on that journey up to the hill alone, and you know you can turn back anytime, it's fun. You're gonna just stop and go home and watch some Netflix. But if you are on the way to that hill and your friend is with you, or an accountability buddy is with you, and you know this person relies on you, you can't just say, well, let's go for the fun stuff and watch some Netflix, let's go home. You have to push through, because you know if you stop, that person will stop. So you're not just responsible for yourself, suddenly you're responsible for the journey of the other person as well. And the other person feels the same about you. So if you want to stop and say, well, now I'm going to go and do some other things, that person might say, well, hey, buddy, what you doing? You can't turn back. You have to stick with me. We're on this journey together. We need to reach the top of that mountain. And that's like something I believe makes all the difference on our journey if we're not doing it alone. And that's why I started this community in the first place. Because just like giving you trainings without a community is only half the worth of what we're doing here. And the sixth part is embrace fun and creativity. Treat your financial growth like a game. Get excited about beating your high score. Explore new strategies, investments, or saving techniques to keep it fresh. And that is very, very powerful as a last point, because let's see, you're already invested, let's say, in the stock market, and you're invested like in cryptocurrencies a little bit. You're playing around with a little bit of pocket money over there because it's higher risk than the stock market. And now you think, well, I would love to buy a property, but it's scary because buying like a rental, that's like a 6-figure investment up front. I mean, it's different, like wasting $1,000 in some crypto token, or maybe losing $500 in the stock market, but 250 grand on a house, that's a bigger commitment. But you can make it fun, you can make it excited, you can make it, let's explore it, let's be Indiana Jones in the real estate market, let's make something new. And this is really, really cool if you approach it with that mentality, because money is always easy made, and a loss is only a loss if you actually don't learn from it. If you learn from it and say, well, next time I'm going to make it better, it might even release you to the next level. And I can tell you that in my time as an investor, last 25 years, When I lost money in the moment itself, it was hard and it was a hard pill to swallow. But let me tell you that once I got over it and said, well, okay, what did I learn from that mistake? I actually leveled up to the next level, and it was easier to make that money back with other investments because I learned new skills, I learned new traits, I learned new things about myself, and I was in this. I'm still in this mentality of an eternal learner because I'm exploring new stuff all the time, and I find it really, really fun. Let's have a quick summary. Gamification transform financial growth. Yeah, we covered that one. The Wealth Builders community is packed with perks that keep you motivated. I make sure of that. The only thing it's required is that you are part of it. So just like jumping in the classroom, watching a video and then turning off the computer is not cutting it. You need to be active. You need to be part of the community. You need to read my emails when you subscribe to the newsletter. You need to be part of the challenges we're doing. You need to engage when you can. You need to try to reach the top of the leaderboard to get that amazing book prize from me. So Wealth Builders has everything you need. You just need to take it. And third part, every step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum towards financial freedom. And it feels like a game, like that challenge, like saving $5,000 in 6 months. It's like a game because, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look at that goal. I'm gonna make it happen. And after those 6 months, you look at your savings account, you say, I got $5,000. That's amazing. And it's another $5,000 towards your financial freedom. And that's really, really helping it. And it doesn't feel that hard anymore because that journey becomes enjoyable. Wealth Builder CC testimonial, I mentioned it earlier. I would really, really love to get your feedback on this website. So you can record a video. You can actually provide me with some text you can write. Every testimonial is helping me and the community to grow and to invite more people into it. And also, as I mentioned, it's part of our rewarding system. So you might be lucky and win something for providing your testimony. This is a very powerful quote from Mark Cuban. He is actually super, super rich. If you don't know him, it's worth Googling him. And he says, if you don't treat investing as a game, you'll be crushed by those who do. And this is the essence of what we just talked about. You need to treat the money game as a game. You need to treat our community as a playground. You need to treat other participants in the market as players, and your fellow friends on Wealth Builders Clubhouse and University as your teammates. And that way we actually can accelerate to a new level because we want to treat it as a game and we want to make it fun because then it's really enjoyable. Losses only hit us half as hard, but our wins are so much sweeter when we win together. Okay, be unstoppable and act now. Thank you, my friends. Thanks for watching this video.